Alright, so look, man. Now, before I start the video, I do want to say rest in peace to Takia Young and condolences to her family and friends. Now, this story takes place in Ohio, Blandon Township, Ohio. Never heard of it a day in my life. If you're from Ohio, let me know in the comment section. What is this place? Shout out to Ohio, though. Columbus, Cleveland, Dayton, Cincinnati. Ohio is actually an underrated state. If you've never been, I advise you to go visit. But anywho, this is also where 21-year-old Takia Young is from. Now, the Blandon Township Police Department, they were called to a local Kroger grocery store for shoplifting. Kroger notified them that a group of people were stealing alcohol. And when they got on the scene, Takia Young was identified as one of those people. So as she's getting into her vehicle, a police officer is walking up to her vehicle, telling her to get out of the car, don't drive away, etc., etc. He asked her nearly 5 times to get out. She didn't comply. And now another officer walks up, and he stands in front of her vehicle. And I'm under the assumption he's standing in front of the vehicle so she wouldn't get the urge to attempt to drive away. The other officer keeps telling her to get out of the car. She eventually rolls down her window, asks them for what. The officer replied, they said you stole stuff, do not leave. She claimed it wasn't her, it was the other girls, and she's not getting out of the car. Now at this point, both cops are telling her to get out of the car. And the one in front of the car, he actually has his gun out. And then she asks, are you going to shoot me? Not knowing that that would actually happen, not even 5 seconds later. She attempted to accelerate the gas a bit and drive off. But you got to remember, there's a cop in front of her car. And as we all probably learned in driver's education, your car is considered a weapon. And once she accelerated that gas and actually hit the officer, he fired a shot through the windshield. She was hit, pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, I do want to add a little additional context as well. She was pregnant, and her unborn child both unfortunately passed away. And I just wanted to bring this story to you guys' attention because it seems as though it could have been resolved in so many ways other than death. She was accused of stealing alcohol from Kroger, and her unborn child ended up dead. Like, that's a drastic change of events, right? Like, how did this even happen? For starters, I will say this. If she really was stealing liquor from Kroger, that's crazy considering the fact that she's pregnant. And I'm going to hold my thoughts on that just because I don't know for a fact if she was the one that was shoplifting or not. As of now, she was just suspected of the crime. 2, I know some of you guys don't want to hear this, but sometimes just simply complying can save you your life. It can save you jail time. It can save you from a lot of unfortunate events. I do believe if she would have just listened to the officer when he said stop and get out of the car, she would be alive right now. And now on the officer's behalf, well, let me say officer, because the first guy, the one that didn't fire the shot, I do think he did everything right. He didn't have his gun out. The girl obviously wasn't a threat, and he was in the process of trying to get her out of the car. But the second officer, I feel he escalated the situation. Why are you standing in front of her car with your gun out? It was like you was just waiting and hoping for her to accelerate the gas just a little for the car to touch you so you can let off a shot legally and say it was self-defense because again, technically speaking, a vehicle is a weapon. Like, I think all of that was just extra. If she was that much of a threat, the original cop would have had his weapon out. But he didn't because he was over there trying to talk her out of the car. And here this other guy come pointing the gun at the girl for no reason, making her nervous. That's probably why she drove off. I mean, right before you shot her, she asked you, are you going to shoot me? And she asked you that because you actually pulled your gun out and aimed it at her. Like, what was the point of that? But nonetheless, this goes back to my 2 original statement. Why are you pregnant and allegedly stealing alcohol? You should have never been in this situation in the first place. And then the officer is asking you to get out of the vehicle. There was another opportunity right there. Should have just got out of the vehicle. I am interested in hearing more of this story unfold. I'm pretty sure the family is going to sue, and we'll see where it goes from there. But that's my thoughts on it. How do you guys feel about it? Leave it in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.